Well, it's a beautiful day for Chelsea news. Hello friends, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, host Jan. I hope you guys are all doing well. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News. A quick apology and disclaimer, I'm a bit under the weather today, so if my voice sounds croaky and if I speak slowly or clear my throat, it is what it is, friends. Chelsea just knocked Norwich City for 7, and there's lots going on behind the scenes as per usual with the West London club. Today we're going to dip into an article from football.london that takes us through the happenings of Chelsea at the moment, including stuff about Ben Chilwell's stats, Antonio Rudiger apparently wanted by Manchester City. Lots to crack into there. Do consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. If you want to show your support and you enjoy the content, drop a like. If you don't, drop a dislike. Just show me if you like it or dislike it. A quick plug to let you all know, today, like every day, I'll be streaming on Twitch. That's right, FIFA 22, Ultimate Team, Chelsea Career Mode, some FPS games, all kinds of games. I stream every single day. I'm building a community on there. It's Jan's Yard on Twitch. I'll put a link in the description so you can go check it out and show your support if you want to. Alright then, let's get into it. Cool, so everyone's feeling pretty darn good after that 7-0 win at home at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League against, bad opposition. Mason Mount got his hat-trick, Cobham looked very good indeed, and there's just feel-good moments all over the pitch in a game where Chelsea were perhaps wondering where the goals would come from due to the absence of Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku, not that either have been prolific this season, and Chelsea score 7. Again, an important part of this is it was Norwich City. Check out my match review from yesterday if you want to get my instantaneous thoughts on this win. But let's jump straight into this article from football.london, referencing the points on the way, and then we can reflect on interesting pieces of information. A 7-0 hammering of Norwich ensured Thomas Tuchel's side retained their place at the top of the Premier League table for another week and turned up the pressure on the chasing pack slightly. Slightly. Manchester City responded with a 4-1 win against Brighton to narrow the gap, and all eyes will be on Old Trafford at 4 p.m. to see if either Manchester United or Liverpool can make a move of their own. Mason Mount will be waking up in a jolly mood after netting his first hat-trick of the season. Well, I think his first hat-trick period, certainly for Chelsea. While Thomas Tuchel's attentions would have probably already turned to Tuesday's clash with Southampton in the Carabao Cup. But just because it's the day after a match does not mean the news stops. No ma'am, so let's see what's going on. Koundé message. Sevilla president Jose Castro has dismissed the claims that the club need to sell Jules Koundé due to their financial situation amid Chelsea transfer rumours. And by the way, this wasn't a Chelsea transfer rumour. Chelsea thought they had an understanding with Sevilla to get the deal done. Jules Koundé, the player himself, wanted to go, thought he was coming to Chelsea, and was very frustrated when he didn't. It's just fortunate for Chelsea that after we decided we were not going to be taken for a ride when Sevilla just put the price up, well, no, we're not going to buy him then, because they thought, you're selling Zuma, you'll need to buy. We didn't. Trevor Chalobah came in, and we've been laughing ever since. The quote from Castro: to say the club is broke is ridiculous. Last season we had a surplus, after a season without season tickets, without ticket sales. The deficit would have been resolved by selling Koundé, and we showed that we are economically powerful and we will not accept 50 million euro. To say Sevilla is broke is to not have affection for the club. Don't really care what he's saying about that, but what I'm interested in is, will Chelsea go back in for Jules Koundé? Of course, a Thomas Tuchel target, to use that alliteration again. I should have said Thomas Tuchel transfer target. Anyway, a lot of us will be thinking, Malang Sarr looks like he can do a job on the left, Trevor Chalobah looks like he can do a job anywhere. Do we really need Jules Koundé at the moment? Well, let me know what you think, comment down below on that. Moving on, Martin Keown lauded the pure class Reece James for his performance against Norwich City yesterday afternoon. The 21-year-old defender got himself on the score sheet as Chelsea ran riot against the Canaries, and Keown has issued his verdict on the display at Stamford Bridge. Quote, another outstanding talent out of the academy. They are coming thick and fast. He today I thought was absolutely outstanding. He was pure class. The way he was developing as a player, he almost bullies defenders. True, much like Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually, players bounce off at Reece James, and the way he sort of defends well, gets up. Granted this was Norwich, but we know Reece James can put on a masterclass against Man City in a Champions League final. So you'd think probably now that's it. He's locked in for right wing back. We've been settled into the season with Cesar Azpilicueta, who is still important and will still be utilised as a great 1v1 defender. But it just makes you think Reece James has said, look guys, I'm back now, everyone's settled down, if Azpi's coming on, he's playing right centre back. Do you know what I mean? Next up, comments on Ben Chilwell. The new Eden Hazard, lol. Chelsea's Ben Chilwell has found a rich vein of goal scoring form on the left and has broken a record last set by Eden Hazard. Chilwell's strike just inside the box was the 4th consecutive league match he has scored in, making him the first Chelsea player to do so since Eden Hazard. The left wing-back's form has seen him outset Marcus Alonso, who started the season on that side before the England international. Yeah, it was a peculiar situation with the Marcus Alonso Ben Chilwell thing. We know Ben Chilwell was disappointed in the summer for not being utilised by Gareth Southgate, understandably, but he still, for my money or my understanding or my opinion, was left out too long. But scored in 4 consecutive Premier League games. I think there's a England game in there. So was that 5 games on the bounce he scored in? Just insane. 5 and 5. Most strikers only dream of 5 and 5, but our left back or left wing back is doing it for fun. Right, next up, let's talk about Rudy. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, when speaking to Vetten Freund, Antonio Rudiger is in talks with Manchester City and Tottenham, lol, lol, lol. Rudiger has less than 12 months remaining on his Chelsea contract and has been strongly linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge, despite talks over a new deal said to be ongoing. Di Marzio said, quote, Rudiger is in talks with Juventus, Man City, Tottenham, and even PSG, who still need a defender. It's difficult to see him signing a new contract. He will join one of the 4 teams mentioned. Hold on. He will join. Last we looked, it was the understanding that, he's just sort of playing the field, but he will sign a new deal at Chelsea. What do we trust Di Marzio here? Because it looked like Andreas Christensen is pretty much sewn up and done. Mason Mount will sign a new deal as well, because Mason Mount is like one of our most important players. He's one of England's most important players, and he still doesn't get paid as much, or anywhere near as much as he should. He's still on that first contract he signed with Frank Lampard when he came from Derby, which is probably not that much money at all. You can correct me down in the comments, but I think it's probably around 60k a week. When he's playing an important role like a 200k a week player. I'm not saying he should be put on that, but he should at least have his, wage doubled to what Callum Hudson-Odoi is getting paid at about 120k a week. And it's all silly money to you and I, but, this is what footballers get paid. Anyway, back to Rudiger. Di Marzio's, I guess, a reputable journalist, so this is at least worth raising an eyebrow at. He will sign for one of those clubs. Look, we know apparently he was offered a deal that he found offensive from Chelsea because he knows his value. And the truth is, his stock's super high. And it's important to remember, his stock is super high. Obviously down to him, but largely down to Thomas Tuchel and what he's given him at Chelsea here. Champions League title, but how he's made him, into this player. Rudiger's stock's never been that high. In fact, I, and certainly many of you, were very frustrated with him for a long, long time. Now he's ascended into new heights. So he's got Chelsea and Tuchel to thank for that, as well as himself, of course, for the hard work. But he knows he could be easily paid. He probably could get paid like 250k a week if he signs for PSG on a free, because they'll pay him that because they've got no transfer fee. Chelsea have probably offered him I don't know, let's just speculate, 150k a week or 120 or something, and he wants 200 minimum maybe. Numbers are being thrown around in the media, but to our understanding he wants more. What's this, an agent feeding a story to Di Marzio? I don't know, but would he want to ruin his reputation by coming out with such sweeping statements? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, comment down below, let's start up a conversation about this. If you enjoy my commentary on this story, on this article, please do drop a like and be sure to come check me out on Twitch because I'll be streaming later today for a long time, and I stream every day, Jan's Yard on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jan's Yard, link in the description. I can't wait to see you there to hang out with me. Guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me here on the channel. I'll bid you farewell, enjoy the football, see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double, silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.